ask my man to do anything for me. Anything. But the moment that man asks me to do something for him, I get irritated. I'm so annoyed. I don't want him to ask me for anything. He should just do everything for me, but I shouldn't be expected to do anything for him because it's annoying.
I will ask my man to do anything for me, but I swear to you, the moment that he asks me to do anything, I'm irritated. And it could be the simplest task, like, oh, could you rinse this cup out for me because you're right there by the sink? Pissed. Instantly pissed. Or, oh, could you go hand me a towel because I forgot to grab it? Why the would you not grab that towel? I don't know what it is about him asking me for something that triggers something in me. Like, it really pisses me off.
You shouldn't be married. Like, you're not. You should please leave that man so that man can find a woman who is going to actually love and appreciate the that he's doing, because you don't care about that man. You probably just care about what he can do for you. Probably, I say. But you just care about the that he can do for you, and that's it. You need somebody to serve you without serving the person, and that doesn't work well. I'm surprised he's still in a relationship with you at this point, because you're basically a user.
Feminism as a dismantling of patriarchy is not possible because you're appealing to the very thing you're trying to dismantle, always to dismantle it.
But it's also interesting because when I think about political movements throughout history in this country that have been super effective, they've done so through social organization, protests, political pressure, cultural influence, things that have nothing to do with force. Because like those are appealing to the government, the people in power.
And what does the government use?
The government has access to force, but these movements have still been successful.
Because men have allowed them to be. But in places where men don't allow them to be, they're not. Can I give you the entirety of the Middle East and Asia? What happens to your little political movements there?
Well, I'm talking about what
happens
in this country.
to your little political movements in Afghanistan? Right. To your little political movements with the holding of the little sign saying, I don't want to wear this really hot burqa in the 100-degree sun, and they come out and cut their head off? How do they do over there? They don't do so good. How come? Mm-hmm. It's because men allow you to keep those signs up. Men allow you to protest. Men are the ones who give the allowance for you to do anything on planet Earth. And my proof is half of planet Earth where men said, no, f*** that. And you know what women can do about it? Nothing. They can't do anything about it.
Are you a feminist?
No.
So you're misogynistic?
Well, how does that... What do you mean?
Do you know the definition of feminism?
You tell me your definition and I'll give you mine.
The advocacy of women's rights and equal rights between genders.
Well, I disagree with your definition, but I'll give you two. The first definition of feminism that I would give is women's advocacy, period. Feminism absolutely is never about equality.
Why is it not?
Feminists never really advocate for men. Feminists dismiss, downplay, omit ways in which men could conceivably have things worse. I think men and women each respectively have their own difficulties and struggles in life.
100%.
Right, but feminists actually refuse to acknowledge them because it would completely dismantle and crumble the fantasy of what they've attempted to construct as women victims, women oppressed, men perpetrators, men predators, men oppressors. If there was a scenario where achieving equality came to the detriment of women, feminists wouldn't fight for it. Even today, the average IQ of a man is 99 and 97 for a woman. More importantly, however, 7 out of 8 people in the top 1% of IQ are men. Sorry, love, I know it's triggering, but every single man in this chat would dominate intellectually.
But do you realize that that's because men are offered greater opportunities of education? Men do worse in college. They do worse in college.
Wait,
what?
Maren,
You're literally saying that men are intellectually more smarter.
Wait, Maren, are you sure about that?
I'm positive.
So just to be, okay, so the statistics would seem to disagree with you.
How so?
Well, ever since it's either 1979 or 1980, there's been more women who go to college than men. That's 4 decades of there being a greater representation of women in higher education. This number today is something like, I think it's 60-40 split. So what this means is, so women who went to university in 1979, 1980, they're now retiring. So you've essentially had an entire workforce through the period of that workforce where women start going to university more than men.
We talk about the average man that's on dating apps. That man has to swipe right 200 times before he plans one coffee date, and 4 of those 5 coffee dates will end up ghosting him. That means that that man of average attractiveness has to swipe right 1,000 times before actually going on one coffee date. That man has to have so much internal self-confidence and self-worth for this not to start chipping away at who he is. And then on top of that, women all day long will tell him that that man just needs to do better. He needs to grow as a person. He needs to be funnier. He should dress better, and he should start taking better pictures. He should redo his dating profile. That man very often will do these things. But more often than not, there is no change, and then that man just becomes more frustrated with dating today. So much so that that man just decides to stay single. And that man will either just get lucky someday and he'll eventually meet a good woman, or he will find happiness in his singleness.
As a man, y'all already know if the statement starts out like that, we are on a Chinese bullet train straight to some. View discretion advised.
What a blessing it is for people to find you as a resource and decide to come to you and ask you for something because they feel like you are equipped to get it done.
See what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I'm talking about? I told you we was on an express train to some, bro. Keep in mind, she didn't say your family. She didn't say your friends. She didn't say your loved ones. She said people. Translation, random women. And if she was talking about your family or your loved ones, this video would be null and void. It would be pointless because that goes without saying. Every real man knows he's a resource to his family, his friends, his kids, his wife, the people he cares about. Ma'am, if being a blessing is being a resource to people, no thank you. Because you, like I said, you didn't say my kids, you didn't say my wife, you didn't say my family, you didn't say my friends. You just said people. I don't want to be a resource to all people. And the one part she neglected to mention was, you know what typically happens to most resources? They become depleted and no one refuels them, especially those people that use them the most.
That's the mindset y'all need to have for 2026, men. How grateful is it that someone finds you and holds you in such high regard that they know that you are the person to get them out of whatever situation it is?
No, I don't want to get them out of that situation. I don't want to get anybody out of that situation. You know why? Because that's God's work. And I'm not interfering with what God has in place for them. Remove me from your high regard. Stop thinking of me so highly that you feel as if you need to come to me for that you don't have. No, remove me from that place. I'm okay with just being a normal person in your life, if I'm even there. And no, we are not going to have this mindset in 2026 as men. We'll decline respectfully. Fellas, they're getting real surgical with the way they're delivering the messages. Now you got to read between the lines. Because if I didn't know any better to the untrained eye, I'd be like, oh man, she's absolutely right. I should feel grateful. No, the f you should not. This is a feminine display of the Jedi mind trick. They want you to believe that you are important because other people are using you. That's what they want you to believe. They want you to feel some sense of honor because women are using you. Nah, we ain't doing that. But be careful out here, boy. The messages are getting more and more tricky. I am only dependable on the people that I choose to be dependable for. And if you can't accept that, that's your problem. Yeah, keep the change.
This man asked you to go with him on a date and then he left before the bill came?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
I'm a social media influencer, and Mr. Sutton, the defendant...
He slid into your DMs?
Yes,
okay.
Essentially. And he originally asked me out on a couple dates, first one being coffee, and the second one being ice cream.
So you declined those dates?
Yes, I had to reschedule on him twice.
And then how do you actually get on the date?
Eventually, our schedules ended up working out, and we were able to make it on time. I was a little bit late.
How late, ma'am?
45 minutes late.
Girl, you should have just rescheduled the date. People need to start being mindful of people's times. Girl, that was very rude and very distasteful.
I got stuck in traffic.
Ma'am, come on.
I have not eaten all that day, so I'm starving.
Did you ask him if he wanted anything to eat, ma'am?
No, I did not.
You just ordered your margarita and your calamari. Okay.
Yes.
And then do you proceed to order more food?
Yes.
I said, let's go to drinks, not dinner. I never said anything.
You got to clear it up.
I tried engaging in a conversation with her and I asked her about her father. She is on her phone. She's on social media. She's posting. She just ignores me. She doesn't even engage in the conversation.
Oh, that wasn't no date. That was just a meetup with her phone. And your ass just happened to be there.
What lie did you make up to get out of this horrible situation?
So I told her I was going to the restroom and I beeline for my car.
Ma'am, you are dating for a meal. The court is convinced, ma'am, that you operated in bad faith, that you wasted this man's time. So the court completely dismisses the plaintiff's claim of $218.69. That is my ruling.
See, that's what your ass get. How the you think you gonna be disrespectful of somebody's time and think that they want to stay on a date with you when technically they there by themselves? Girl, bye.
You know, modern women, they don't really understand, because they think, well, they do understand how much of an inconvenience they are, and they understand how much of an inconvenience they can be. They've dealt with themselves. They've sat with themselves. They know the issues that they have. They just choose to overlook them. But when it's a man, and they expect you, by the way, as their man, to do anything and everything because I've worked on myself and I'm a beautiful little flower that has bloomed. So you should want to water, help grow, take care of this flower, buy any type of seed or whatever it might be to help this one flower. Don't worry about the rest of the garden. Just this flower. Help this flower to grow. And this flower is going to give you anything and everything. Does this flower produce fruit? No. Does this flower produce seeds for fruit? No. How long does it take this flower to bloom? Can't say. Sometimes 10 years, sometimes 15 years, sometimes it never blooms. But it takes you an exorbitant amount of money to maintain this flower. What is so good about this flower? Some of them, they open and they're really pretty. Some of them, they open and they're just okay. But it's all the rage. It's a trend. That's how modern women want you to see them. So that's why they think they can get online and talk about, when my man does anything for me, I love it. But the second that he asks me to do anything, it could be, hey, can you hand me that cup of water? Or can you hand me a towel? I forgot it. I'm going to get upset about it. That's why they get upset. Because society has taught them, your feelings are valid. Keep on acting crazy. And you're a delicate flower. You're a beautiful flower. He should want to take care of you. Flaws and all. Bad attitude. We're not talking about flaws. We're talking about bad behavior. That's a little bit more than a flaw.
6 feet, 6 inches, and 6 figures. I have just learned about this. I'm shocked. Why do y'all need a 6 foot man? I'm 6 foot and I don't need a 6 foot man. The average, y'all are like 5'5". Why do you need a 6 foot man? To do what with? Like, he's bigger than you, more than likely. Even if it's only by a couple inches, it'll be okay. And if he's not, that's still okay too, trust me. And 6 inches. Kegels, that's what I would suggest. And, you know, because the hole's small enough, everything will be fine. And as far as 6 figures, I don't know, maybe spend less money or maybe get a job yourself.
I honestly don't know how men do it. The list that every woman has for her man is never ending and always changing. And most men will happily navigate that entire list if his balls are empty, his belly's full, and he's feeling pretty good about himself. But there are so many women that I know who want all of the perks and none of the work. But it doesn't work that way. It's a two-way street. Everyone's got to get something out of the deal.
I have to say I feel sorry for some of you men out there in the dating world, because it is 2025. I'm a 38-year-old female, and these women out here even confuse me. Some women out here putting Jesus in their bio, but then you go look at their stuff and it's nothing but thirst traps, lustful, seductive content. And I've said it before, but a lot of women have this long laundry list of unrealistic criteria that they want in a man, but yet they bring nothing to the table.
Maybe you've heard the concept of the 3 6s. 6-pack, 6 feet tall, 6 figures. Do a mental inventory of everyone you've dated. If you're in a relationship right now, or if you're in a marriage, okay, consider this. Does this man have 1, 2, 3, or 0 of these 6s? Think back to the people that I have dated, and yeah, some of them have been over 6 feet for sure. Some of them have had 6-packs. Okay, I live in the Midwest. I've never dated anyone that's made more than 100K. If heterosexual women did hold up to this standard, there wouldn't be a lot of them in relationships.
gonna forever be single, cause ain't nobody finna cuff her. You talking about, bitch, the whole damn nation wanna settle down. Hell no, keep you talking about. I ain't taking worn down. I'm all out of parts. My little need to be up and running. You talking about I'm not taking no hand me down. You blew out. You might as well keep getting blew out. You talking about you out your rabbit ass mind. I need fine to be up and running, untouched, brand new. You talking about I take a minimum mileage, but
Tierra, 43, Scorpio, works at a daycare, divorced.
I own a daycare. I don't work at once, Kendra.
Ooh, correct.
Wait a minute now.
You looking for a girl?
Someone successful. I cannot stress that
Successful.
enough. Someone about their bag.
What are your deal breakers?
Just a liar. Broke.
Should he make a certain amount of money?
Kendra, you gonna me for this one?
Now she keeps calling her ex-husband a bum, right? Pay attention.
But I'm gonna say 300,000 and more. But when you have a man, he needs to be able to provide with or without you.
Oh.
If something happens to my daycare and I fall, I need him to be able to pick me up.
She's still looking at a man as an insurance plan. Meanwhile, never considering if she's what a $300K a year man wants. But instead of hitting her with reality, her 43-year-old 3X used womb is hit with delusion because, Kendrick's got a dating app to promote.
Okay. Did your ex-husband fit all these characteristics?
That's why he an ex.
Have you ever dated a man that fit all these characteristics?
Probably not.
Mm-mm, that's why my goals are high now.
If there isn't a man that makes $300K that tries to date you, marry you, and all those things,
Look at the hamster
are you
wheel.
okay with never having another man until you see Jesus?
I think I will settle, but I will settle with at least 200. The minimum is 200.
So 200. So if a man makes $200K, does not try to date you, court you, be with you, you are fine being single for the rest of your life.
I'll just date, but not take anyone serious and be married.
You have it.
Whoa. Meaning she'll give the cookie up to the low achievers or the bums, as she put it. Meanwhile, charges a higher price for those that meet her money requirement. First off, women that have this income requirement are struggling. This hyper focus on money and not the character of the man will always denote that they're broke and hence broken. But baby girl, I gotta ask you, even if the man was making $200,000 per year, why would he get to 40 years of age and choose you as opposed to a younger, less womb used, more in shape, less baggage and trauma version of yourself?
If I ever go out with a man and he does not pay for my friend, I will never speak to that man again.
Part 457 of women that got their priority up. Viewer discretion is advised.
There was this one time, this guy that liked me invited me out with all of his friends. And I was like, okay, well, I'm with my friend. He's like, great, bring her. We all eat, we laugh, everybody orders, it's fine. My friend had to leave early because she had something to do. That was the original plan.
Something about the way she says that tells me that her friend didn't really have to leave early. I feel like it was a setup, but let's continue.
So when she left and the bill came, his guy friends were like, your friend just ditches and leaves on the bill? I was like, there's like 7 guys here.
What does 7 guys have to do with your friend paying her part of the bill? I'm having a really difficult time understanding why someone will go out and just assume that just because there are men in the environment that their bill is paid for. Last time I checked, she wasn't dating any of those men. Why should those men be obligated to pay her part of the bill? I don't understand. Why does the man that you were talking to have to be obligated to pay her part of the bill? Like, does she not have money? Why did she come out?
All got a prefix menu and unlimited drinks. The total was less than $100. Not that even the total mattered.
If the total didn't matter, why did you bother bringing it up? You tried to use it as a point of reference to show how broke or cheap these men could possibly be because it was less than $100. No, you used it as a point of reference. We saw what the you just did.
I felt so uncomfortable. I looked at the guy that invited me and I was like, hey, look, it's fine. I'll pay for it. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. He's like, my friends, they don't know any better. But in my head, I got the ick.
Wait, so this video is not even about the man that invited you out. It's about his friends? So his friends are supposed to have the same standard that he has? What the is going on? I am genuinely curious. Where the do y'all find this level of entitlement? Why does his friends have to live up to the same standard as him? That's his friends. They're not dating you. They could be whoever they want to be.
Because you invited me and my friend, and your friends made that kind of remark. No, you didn't say it, but your friends did. And that's just an energy I cannot get behind. If you cannot pay for my friend too, I don't feel comfortable dating you.
What the is she talking about? He told you he would pay for it. His friends did not want to pay the bill, but he said he would. He didn't have an issue with it. He invited the 2 of y'all out. She left. He agreed to pay the tab for the both of y'all. What the is the issue? So what? His friends didn't want to pay your friend's tab. They don't have to. Yo, y'all hoes are losing it.
It's a gentleman thing to do. If you can't do it, it's okay. Just don't say yes to my friend coming. Because splitting the bill and things like that, no thank you.
You know what really gave this woman the ick? The fact that her friend walked out the house broke. What should really give you the ick is that you're friends with a broke person that likes to freeload off of other people, men in particular. What's really going to give you the ick is when you watch this video back and you realize how stupid you sound. Maybe you won't make these type of videos anymore. I will tell you no lie, I am all out of answers for these type of women. It's just, there's literally no saving them. I don't know what type of freeloader y'all on, but it don't work that way. But of course, like any other video, you ain't got to listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep it change.
You know something I don't think I'm ever gonna figure out is why women don't apologize. I don't know how y'all keep getting away with it, but you're never sorry. You don't apologize, you rationalize. Right? It's what most of you are doing right now instead of listening to my most likely to be brilliant take on the matter. You sitting there saying to yourself, I say sorry all the time. I say sorry more than he does. And the thing is, I give you that. I think women say sorry 1,000 times more than men do. But I'm on to you. Yeah, see, you've been padding your stats and we've been letting it slide. The only reason you say sorry way more than men do is because you always saying sorry, but only when no one was asking you to apologize. Yeah, I watch you all the time. I watch you. Y'all will say sorry for existing. You will walk into a room that you definitely belong in and go, sorry. I made it. Some of you will apologize for something awesome you did. Baby, I'm so sorry. I woke up before you and made breakfast and finished the taxes. Thanks. But as soon as there's any accountability, oh, that's the new joint. Women love accountability. Before 2015, nobody said that there wasn't coaching youth sports. But I realized, like, when women say accountability, they talking about their ability to hold you accountable. As soon as you try to hold them accountable, you know, hey, babe, why did you max out the credit card and my cousin? Being like, I'm a Scorpio in retrograde. I'm a rising patriarch, right? And some of y'all want to dismiss this as misogyny. I can feel it. I can hear the little whispers. Misogyny. What a shocker. He's from Austin, Texas. Austin, misogyny. And here's the thing. This is the furthest thing from misogyny. This is actually feminism. Yeah, this is feminism at its highest level. Yeah, this is feminism at a level that your small woman brain can barely comprehend. Guys, I'm kidding. We have the same size brains. Okay, that's just science.
And honestly and truly, this is what a lot of modern women don't really understand. If a man, because you keep on saying that men are terrible, I choose the bear. If a man would want to do something to you, it's over with. It's done. We're not going to be having any arguments or any discussions or any back and forth like you do now. Because if I really wanted something, I would just take it by force. They think, because they watch too much television and they read too many books about being Wonder Woman, yeah, I can really take them. Maybe, to give you grace, maybe every 2 out of 10 women can take a man. So 20% of the women can actually overpower a man. Well, we're going to get together and do this, and overpower this man, and we're going to get together and overpower this man, and we're going to separate him and do this. The only way, and this is what a lot of times they do, they use their body and their influence in that way. You're not going to overpower a man except for that. And even then, you're probably going to need men on your side to subdue the man. Because even when you're using your assets and things, the man is still able to jump up, especially if so say for instance, you are going to use your assets on a man. You take out the first one. You got 10 to take out. You take out the first one. The next one is weak, you take him out. So that's 2 of them you take out. Now you still have 8 of them. Men are going to start to see the pattern of what's going on. Every time somebody comes into contact with this woman or whatever, there is an issue. There's something going on. Y'all think because y'all watch too many movies, y'all are going to be able to isolate these guys and they're not going to be paying attention. No, these men are going to be put on high alert. And about that 3rd or 4th one, you're going to get crushed. But because, once again, you be thinking too high of yourself, you think that education is going to save you. You're thinking that because you heard a speech by a powerful woman, that's going to help you survive. It's not. It's not. If men actually wanted to do the things that y'all say that men are doing, it would be over.
Every time I post a video about,
I'm not gonna lie, ladies, a lot of y'all takes are getting worse as time goes on. Viewer discretion is advised.
how a man should be taking care of his woman, spoiling her, whatever, there's always men in the comments, and it honestly makes me laugh. They say, it goes both ways. It goes both ways.
First and foremost, you had to force yourself to laugh, and we can tell. Because you know deep down, someone saying that it goes both ways is not funny at all. There's literally no humor in that. But on to more pressing matters, what is the issue with the man saying that his woman must reciprocate the energy that he's putting into said relationship? How on God's green earth can you find an issue in a statement as simple as that?
I think that is, hilarious. That's honestly the problem. Men like that, you have to stay away from. You need to do your part. Make your woman feel good, treat her good, spoil her. And in return, you get 10 times more when you do that. You get 10 times more.
I hate doing videos like this because they speak so vaguely and they just expect people to understand the message. What is the 10 times more? And if they do get 10 times more, why should women stay away from men that want them to reciprocate the energy that they are putting into the relationship? That's a win-win situation if you know you're going to redistribute 10 times more of what he's already doing. I'm 1,000,000% sure if men were getting 10 times more of what they were already putting in, there'd be a plethora of men trying to scratch and claw to be in a relationship with women.
But the problem is that men don't even want to try anymore. They don't even want to bother. They're stingy. They're gross. They're selfish. And yeah.
This was definitely a waste of my efforts. She didn't say anything the whole video. Not 1 ounce of actual advice or knowledge or information of any sort that could benefit anybody. Just literally out here wasting everybody's time. Men and women. This has got to stop. It must come to an end at some point. We can't continue to let people missing chromosomes to get online and give us ill-advised advice. This is not okay. This is not okay. Like, bro, they're making this more difficult for us. And the saddest part about all of it is I know they are not going to listen to me because I am just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
Disturbing video about a married woman who played a prank about wanting to divorce her husband, which resulted in their divorce.
I took some stupid advice from some of my girlfriends regarding a joke that they have done with their husbands or boyfriend. The joke is basically telling your partner that you want to break up or that you want a divorce.
Bro, your friends hate you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay. First of all, these friends are terrible.
Well, I never wanted to do it and thought it was cruel to do, especially to someone you love. But I was convinced after they kept pestering me about it, as I was the only one that hasn't done it yet out of the 5 of us. They further convinced me about it when they told me the reactions their partner had afterwards. Stupidly, I did it last week, and my husband's reaction wasn't what I thought it would be.
I'll explain the rest. She was just in the house on a random night with her husband and said to him, like, I'm not happy anymore. I want a divorce. And she says he didn't respond. He got up, packed up a bag, left, and cut off contact with her completely.
I mean, let's face it. There's every possibility, depending on how seriously she delivered the line, that he's never going to believe that it was supposed to be a joke.
Ask everyone to rate their own looks on a scale of 1 to 10. You can't pick 7.
I'll pick a 6.
Kate, what about you?
10.
Love it.
8.
10.
8.
8, okay.
I'll give my face a 10.
Okay, what about you?
I would say a 9.
1.
This is the most ridiculous numbers I've ever heard in my
This
life.
is actually.
Why
no,
would
go
I
ahead.
not
You
be
can go
able to
ahead.
say
I'll-
I think I'm a 9?
Because you're not. It's not even in any
are we
conceivable universe
are
in
we going
anywhere
off-
that there's
Hey,
alien
Gorlock
life or
said
you're
10,
a 9.
so
This is the most beautiful women on planet Earth are a 9. Where are these delusional come? I gotta have a smoke.
What do you think if you're in a room with a cross section of 100,000 men? What do you think they would rate you on average?
A 1.
9.
I would still think they would rate me an 8. Have lost a ton of weight. I do even though I'm a little more baggy, I actually have a pretty general preferred body type. I do have plenty of men who come up to me in places and find me attractive and message me, and I have followings on social media, and I don't understand why, just because I'm covered up. I have a very preferred curvy body type. Yeah, I would think I would be an 8 in most men's eyes. If they were all 100 men rated me, yeah, I would.
Okay, what about you, Lola?
10.
I keep hearing people say, oh, chivalry is dead. But in my opinion, if women ever want to be looked at as equal in society, chivalry has to die. Let me explain. When I speak of chivalry, I'm talking about the trivial actions that are considered gentlemanly, pulling out a chair for a woman, holding a door open for a woman, etc. They seem very sweet and charming, but are they? In this book, A Vindication of the Rights of Women, which was written in 1792, Mary Wollstonecraft talks about the importance of equal rights and opportunity for women. And in this book, the word she uses to describe chivalry is degrading. When a man jumps to pull out a chair for a woman or open a door for her, it's actually a very subtle reminder of a society that places men superior to women, because women are perfectly capable of doing that themselves. The action of constantly doing it for them is an insult to our own independence and capabilities. But you might say that, oh, it's just a sweet gesture. It makes you feel good, doesn't it? And that's the point. In Mary Wollstonecraft's time, all of these little gestures were designed to make women feel important so that they forget how powerless they really are. They're not allowed to have an education, to have financial independence, or any control of their life whatsoever. But a man will pull out the chair for you, he'll stand up when you need to leave the room, and he'll make you feel so important and so special. The saddest part is that women actually began to internalize this feeling and start to become proud of the cage they were in. So it's a good thing to focus only on your looks, and it's a bad thing to want education. It's a good thing to be innocent and naive, and a bad thing to be knowledgeable or ask questions. So when a man treats you like a child who can't do anything themselves, it's so sweet because I like a big strong man to pull out my chair because I can't do anything for myself and I'm a beautiful little flower. But imagine a world where you jump up every time your partner wants to leave the room, you hold the door open for him, you pull out his chair for him. And if it feels ridiculous to you when a woman does it, but not when a man does it, that's a clear sign of inequality right there. And that's why chivalry needs to share this if you agree.
Hey, babe. All right, say what you just said to me.
I said that men care more about respect than we do love. Period. That's simple. I don't know why that's such a big deal.
Kind of drops the biggest bomb, a little bit.
There is nothing more important to a man than being respected by the woman he loves. Nothing. Love and all the other stuff that a lot of people talk about. The principal feeling that a man needs from his woman is respect. Because if a man is with a woman who respects him, everything else is going to fall into line. How she treats him, how she speaks to him, her tone, what she acts like when he ain't there. You understand? The woman who doesn't give a listening ear to an interested man, to another interested man, is a woman of character and a woman who respects who she's with. Okay? And that's what's irreplaceable. When a man finds a woman who respects him, who supports him, who's there for him, he ain't going nowhere. And that's why a lot of times you may see a man with a woman and the optics aren't there. That's why. Now, there are a lot of younger men who may not know what I'm saying now to be able to verbalize it like this, but that's the part of it. Men could care less about love more so than how we value respect. Now, you're going to have your anomalies. You're going to have your sword boys out there saying, I disagree. But the men out there, they know that. Because when respect is there, everything falls into place. Because you can't do nothing with a woman who doesn't respect you. And that's what a lot of guys are finding. That's like a lot of guys are finding women who may be attractive, they sexy, they this, they that. They're educated, but they don't respect them. And that's why a lot of guys check out, because the respect is not there. I'll give you anything you want, and one of the reasons why is because one thing that I never doubt about you is how you respect me, because of how you treat me, how you talk to me.
your tone, your desire for me to be happy, all of that doesn't tie into love. That ties into respect. You know, you kind of, I'm not saying you're afraid of me, but it bothers you when I'm unhappy.
Yeah, definitely.
It bothers you when I'm not going to be content. That's respect that you have for me. So as far as I'm concerned, you ain't never got to worry about nothing. Because I know that having that in you is something that I can't go out of place on. Not that I want.
Of course.
You understand what I'm
Of course.
But absolutely. Man, love, that's overrated to me.
All right.
Who do I respect? Who respects me? And that's what we want.
Oh.
Love language. It's one love language. Respect. That's the man's. It's one page. Respect.
Respect. All right. Thanks, babe.
You know, modern women really do have an issue being quiet for their own good. I mean, they say a lot of dumb stuff, and I don't think they realize how dumb they sound. If somebody somewhere told them, oh, it sounds good, go ahead and say it. I feel the exact same way. It doesn't matter if you feel the exact same way. The ideology of both of y'all is stupid. The ideology and the way you guys think is a loser mentality. You need to eradicate that thought process in your mind. Women called all the trivial things of chivalry. Oh, it's degrading. Trivial? If you're on the side of the road and you need somebody to stop and help you change your tire, you would call that trivial? If you need somebody to jumpstart your car, you would call that trivial? What are we talking about here? If you can't pick up that case of water at Costco and man, hey man, can you come help me get my TV so I can watch my strong and independent shows? Can you help me get it in my car? That's not trivial. You could really hurt your back. Moving cases of water, moving TVs, if you don't do it right, you can really hurt yourself. But instead of saying, and you might be able to do it yourself, but instead of saying, thank you, I appreciate that that's work that I didn't have to do, you sit up here and say, oh, I could have done that. I can do it all the time. And then as we know, you're going to get tired. And then you go, where are the chivalrous men at? Where are the gentlemen at? How come nobody helps me? Because you're making stupid videos like this, talking about chivalry and the things that men provide, which most modern women do. The things that men provide are trivial and they don't really mean much.
What do you do if your partner is amazing? Like, he's amazing emotionally, physically. Earlier this year, I had to have 2 brain surgeries. He stayed with me in the hospitals. He even washed my butt some of the times. But he wasn't working for a couple of months, and I'm 24 now. So I basically feel like I'm just real grown, and I just want to know, like, how long.
Tell me more about this 24 grown. That's not me talking, that's the crowd. So what's your question?
Basically, like, we haven't been out on any dates or anything recently, and I just want to know, like, how long do I wait before I feel appreciated?
This saying. And you don't feel appreciated. Can't win.
This is at the point that we have to acknowledge people's capacities. Because while you were in your season of being taken care of, he was the one doing the nursing back to health, right? And he could probably still be trying to regain his capacity for himself after spending his year taking care of you. And as you've gotten able to be better and, oh, I feel better now, I want to go on dates, he's trying to process what he just went through. So instead of you saying, how do I get to the space of me feeling appreciated, what have you done to show appreciation to your man for just birthing you back to health?
You said that you're 24 and you're grown, right? I think this is exactly where you showing your age at. I want to offer that you learn the signs of a good man. Because if you don't, you will become an of-age, mature woman that looks back at him and his wife and his family, and you say, I really done.
Before I got into podcasting, I was a registered nurse. And I'm going to tell you, the idea of love that we have in our youth is not real love. That love where that person is incapacitated, can't wipe themselves, but that partner is there every single day hitting that call light, making sure I bring that meal. watching me wipe and say, you know what, you're not doing it right. Let me step in and do it. That idea of love you got exposed to at 24. You live long enough, you will outlive your money and your house and those cars. And sometimes your children, they get their own lives. They move to different places and ain't nobody there to take care of you but that woman you treated right or that man you treated right. And I want you to just think about that right now before you make any kind of decisions, because you got a man that showed you very own that he's willing to do that.
I live in Dallas. I find that the preference out here is like the racially ambiguous girls.
Everyone says that about Dallas.
Yes. Or if you're not one of those, you could be like brown, but you have like the loose curly hair. Okay. Or we're gonna go to the other extreme and it'll be the BBL baddies and stuff, you know what I mean? So whenever I go out, I do notice that I don't necessarily get approached for I'm so serious. I do not get approached. I don't know what it is, but I'll just say it's a group of men that I necessarily wouldn't be interested in. I feel they don't mind approaching me, but the ones that I would prefer, I don't see them approaching me.
What do they prefer?
I live in Dallas. I find that the preference out here is like the racially ambiguous girls.
Everyone says that about Dallas. They like how
yes.
racially ambiguous girls. That's the thing.
Yes. Or if you're not one of those, you could be like brown, but you have like the loose curly hair, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Or we're gonna go to the other extreme and it'll be the BBL baddies and stuff, you know what I mean? I don't really fit any of those aesthetics.
And I feel like, if I'm being honest, I get those stereotypes of people operate, some men that do in some locations. But I think beauty is beauty, you know, and you're a beautiful girl. Like,
thank you.
You can't deny when you see someone who's beautiful. It doesn't matter what complexion. There's no denying it. If you walk in and you look good head to toe, men are turning their heads. There's no avoiding that. How are you putting yourself together when you go out?
Sis, I am going out right now. If you want to see my outfit, I can.
Yes, please.
Okay, let me see. Let me put this together, y'all. Let's see. Oh, somebody's watching me. Okay, can you see the stocking?
The stocking. What's the shoe? Okay. All right, let me see you in the dress, though.
It's just a plain bodycon type of.
Okay. Okay.
You know.
I want to see tone up.
Yes. I shot up to like, no, I'm 5'2". I shot up to like 200 pounds. And then, I know, it was nasty. I shot up to 200 pounds. And so right now I'm down to 177. But my goal is to be about 150. It depends. You know what? You're right, Ashley. You're right.
I think you're already a beautiful woman. But I think if you lose the weight, it's going to take you to a different level. Especially in Dallas. And I know a lot of ladies don't like to hear this. But when you go out into the world, and if you're not decentering men and you're dating, you're competing with every girl in the room. Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it doesn't mean you are not attractive, but if I'm walking into a room and I am single and I want the best guys in the room, then I just want to make sure certain things are a little tight. But because outside looking in, I think you're gorgeous. When you drop that weight, the way your face is going to shape out, the body pressure. I see the potential. I really do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
She should definitely do that by next summer. She should definitely try to drop that 30 pounds by next summer. And Dallas is going to feel like a different world. I thought of Olandria. I don't think they have the same exact features, but they could definitely be like sisters. They could definitely be cousins. If she drops the weight, that's the aura that it would give. It would definitely give Olandria, if she drops that weight, it would get that vibe.
Any woman that a man takes to court, you that girl, I'm gonna be the one to tell you. If you got that man and his feelings so bad that he involved in children, I'm gonna let you know right now. You didn't did something to that man's soul to the point where he know he'll never find another you. You're so uniquely made to the point where the only thing that he can do to get back at you, he can't. Go get another car, go to another house. You got that. Only thing that's gonna get to your heart and that's gonna get to your soul is your child.
I am so sick of the whole "the only reason a man fights for custody is to hurt you" argument. What are you talking about? The reason that man is in court for custody of his kids is to have custody of his kids. Because if he didn't, it would be if you wanted to see your kids, you would have fought harder. Okay, so there he goes. He's fighting to see his kids. Oh, but now he's wrong for that because it hurts the mom's feelings? Oh wait, or is it a compliment because it means that she's God's special princess or something? Okay, now if he's fighting for sole custody when the mom did nothing wrong, I do take an issue with that because sole custody should be for emergencies only, and that applies to mothers too, by the way. Children deserve joint custody, shared parenting, meaningful relationships with both parents. But something you might not know is that in 45 out of 50 states, unmarried fathers have no legal custody until they go to court and ask for it. So if they were never married, he is simply doing his due diligence of a father to obtain any custody at all. Fathers being involved is not an attack on mothers. Shared custody is not taking the child away from the mom. It's not a win for dads, and it's not a loss for moms. It's just what the kid deserves. Grow up.
I'm getting ready to pick all this up. I come in with gifts for you and everybody else, and the first thing you want to do is talk about what's on the counter. I don't need to talk about that. I haven't left. I know I need to clean this up. I'm not going to dirty up what you done cleaned up. That ain't even how I get down. But I come home 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2. Not even enough to make a mess for real. And the first thing you want to do is go griping at folks. I just made it in. What you want me to do?
I mean, it's a trash can right there.
The trash can ain't even right there. It's just a bag on the floor. The trash can is by the refrigerator.
Okay, so why
but
not?
I got a bag right here to throw the stuff away in. But you didn't give me no time.
Just don't leave
But
it
you
on
know what?
time.
You know what? Let me not pay the rent on time. Huh? Let me give you something to really fuss about then. Huh? Because staying here ain't cheap. And I'm going out there busting my face, blood, sweat, and tears to make sure that you got a place to sleep and somewhere to take a shower comfortably. We're in a nice neighborhood, not no bad one. And I'm giving my all to make sure that you ain't gotta be nowhere you don't wanna be. Give me some time to get situated when I come to the house. I'm gonna make sure I clean up after myself. I'm not no child, I'm a grown man. Respectful. Or else I will gladly be late for the rent next month. Cause come on now. Folks ain't playing out here. They taking benefits from folks that's on Section 8 and food stamps. I'm doing everything I can to make sure we ain't on Section 8 and food stamps. That dog on it. Cleaning up my trash. I hate to be this bag right now because I'm about to destroy the bag because you ain't gave me no time to even come up in the house and clean up after myself. We just sat stuff down so we can kind of move around a little bit. You go doing all this hollering all willy-nilly. I'm about to whoop the do you and boy. Jesus be my strength because you trying me today. And I'm about to eat some more of your popsicles. Boy, I'm too fast.
If she's a feminist, that inherently means that she thinks she's equal to the man, and that's problematic.
I would say that's not quite the definite. Well, honestly, feminism.
Well, let me ask you this: would it be fair to say that women want a man that's taller than them?
Societally, like masculine.
Yeah.
Standards.
Like
I would
taller-
say if they're societally feminine.
Yeah. Okay. Would it be fair to say that women want a guy that makes more money than they do?
If they're societally traditional.
In general, yeah. Would it be fair to say that a woman wants a guy that's stronger than her, that could protect her?
If she's also traditional in beliefs.
Okay. So the reality is women are looking for a superior. They're not looking for an inferior. And even the women that are the staunchest of feminists still want a man that's going to make more money than them, still be more competent than them. As a matter of fact, the more of a feminist she is and the more money she makes and the more status she has, the higher her demands actually go. Women will sit there and say, oh, I want an equal partner. But when you look at her partner, a lot of times he's actually superior to her.
And, you know, there was a man, I think that the caption was something like, you know, you're cleaning up and your husband comes in making a mess. And you saw for about a couple of minutes, he was expressing his frustration to her. Like, man, I just came in from work. you didn't even give me no time to clean up. Oh, I just did it. And you know what? I get it. I understand it. But he say, you know, y'all don't give nobody no grace. Let me be let on the rent. Then you really gonna be fussing. You're not gonna be cleaning with the lights off. Number one. Number two, I'm in a nice neighborhood. I'm in a nice place. So you don't have to worry about safety, security. You can feel like everything is all right, but you're still complaining. And this is what men get frustrated about. I get home, I just want to relax just a little bit. And sometimes when they say relax, they don't necessarily mean physically only. They mean I need to relax my mind. I need time to think. If you want the man to continue the vision, the man is going to need time to think. Period. End of story. You can't be all in his ear with the foolishness. You can't be all in his ear with nonsense and complaining and nagging all the time. Leave that man alone. Give him some. And number one. Number two, if he's at work the whole day, why can't you clean that up? He gonna come in and clean up after you. You got it. Now, I'm not saying that he should just be able to come in here and do whatever he want and just dump stuff down. Oh, she gonna pick it up. No, that's disrespectful. You shouldn't do that, man. Clean up after yourself. But if he's doing his part, you need to cover him in the way that you want him to cover you.